here with Half Dozen Customs. We're out here for a little Monte Monday action, and what we are working on is I'm over here every evening for an hour working on my mini truck. So we have a little bit of a mess going on over here, so I need to clean up this mess and move a couple things around so that we can get this motor and trans out the door and over to the other side of the shop, just so that we can try and break that motor and trans apart and get that trans up on the engine stand so that we can get it pressure washed and cleaned up and ready for paint. I don't think that we'll be painting it today. I need to go get some paint. Maybe if we do end up painting it today, it ain't going black, I'll tell you that. So, but I don't know that we'll get to that point today. I'm getting a late start today, so let's get some stuff moved around and get this thing over on the other side of the shop. I was not expecting to use this transmission, so it would probably be easier for me to just cut down the drive shaft, but I guess if we can do it right to where we don't have to cut down the drive shaft, that's the route to go. So I was thinking with this transmission, I don't know if I mentioned this last week when we were talking about this transmission, but the transmission that we have in the car right now, which I had every intentions of using, came out of a running driving vehicle. Now, if this transmission came out of a running vehicle, when we very first moved here, the first thing that I did when we got here was I got this thing running. Now, I had no brakes, so we weren't able to drive it, but I got it running. So it kind of came out of a running vehicle, but this transmission, it ran when parked 25 years ago. So I don't know anything about this trans. We could get this trans all built and done, or all painted and done in the car. We could go take it for a ride around the block and the trans could go out. Now, not to say that that couldn't happen with this one, but this one was running and driving when I pulled it out of the vehicle. So I feel much more confident with this transmission than I do with this one. But I guess we'll just take that as it goes. You know, chances are this transmission is going to end up having to come back out, and we're going to have to do all the seals on it, and do a trans service on it, change all the fluid, put a new filter in, new gasket, all that stuff. So we're gonna have to do some stuff to this transmission, and hope for the best. But we'll deal with that when it's time to put this thing back on the road. And who knows, maybe something will happen in the next couple years where we'll be able to just buy a new one from Jegs or something, or from Speedway. I've looked at them, and I'm not willing to spend, you know, $2 to $3 grand on a transmission at the moment. So, and yes, that is what they cost. Okay, let's get this door open, get this over to the other side. Almost took you guys out. You gotta get underneath there and get the torque converter unbolted. So we will we'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my mat to lay on and grab some wrenches, and we'll be right back. Okay, let's see what we got under here. Okay, this is gonna take a while. So, I'll see you guys after I get these torque converters out. I'm not gonna make you watch for the next hour while it takes me to get 3 bolts out. Okay, we got all those out. It only took me, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes after I shut the camera off. Only problem that I really ran into was that the bolts were all different. So it probably has been an hour since I shut you guys off. Boy. Colleen came out here and took a look at what was going on. And I talked with her for a little bit, and then my Wi-Fi went out. There is some stuff that we need to disconnect here. Need to get the shift cable done. Will all these match? Looks like they all match. I think we got this on here good enough. Just temporary. Okay, so I'm going to go get the pressure washer all set up. What we're going to do, so that other transmission had already been pressure washed down once. So before we pressure washed it, we hosed it down with engine degreaser let it soak for an hour, and then we pressure washed it. This has so much gunk and grease all over it. We're gonna pressure wash it first, then we'll hose it down with some engine degreaser, let it soak for a little bit, and then we'll finish pressure washing. So let me get the pressure washer set up, and we'll go outside and we'll make a mess. So see you guys in a minute. Here we go, transmission number 2. So we're at the soak part. Probably gonna let it soak for at least a half hour. It's 4 o'clock. So we got about 3 hours till dark. So hopefully that is enough to break down everything on there and we are able to get it clean. Because if we have to go get more of that engine gunk, which I need more anyways, but that's something that I always try and keep in the shop. But if we have to go run out and get it this evening, by the time we get home, it's going to be dark and it's going to be cold. So fingers crossed that everything works out. I will see you guys back here in about 30 minutes, and we'll see where we end up at. All right, we're back. It's been probably like an hour and 45 minutes since we sprayed it. I ended up breaking my camera stand, so I have you guys on a different setup at the moment. Hopefully you guys stay still. But let's get back to pressure washing. So there's yellow writing on it. It says 10/16 of 91. So this is a junkyard trans from 91. I am cold and wet. It's probably, I don't know, 55 degrees outside. So that made for a little chilly willy. Okay, let's see. So it looks like a transmission again. I got nothing like getting it all cleaned up and then spill trans fluid all over it, huh? So, I think it came pretty clean. You can see some writing on here. Not sure what it says up here. Usually this little squiggle right here is whatever junkyard it's from. So it's just something USA here. But came out pretty clean. There's still some stuff in there. I mean, I hammered that with the pressure washer and it was not coming out. So we'll have to get that with the wire wheel. But I am soaked. I am cold. I'm gonna go. I gotta put the pressure washer away, and then I am going inside to shower and get into some dry clothes and eat some dinner. And maybe we'll be back out here a little bit later on this evening to clean up some of this trans some more. Alright, we're back out here this evening. We've let this transmission sit and drip dry for a couple hours. We blew it off before we left, so it was kind of on its way there. Let's grab a wire or wire wheel and start wire wheeling this thing up and try and get this thing as clean as possible. So I looked up. Oh, you guys not even watching. You guys kind of watching. I'm bad at that. I'm sorry. Colleen was saying something to me with last week's video that. Hey. So Colleen was saying last week that I was not facing the camera towards what I was working on very well. So I apologize for that. But so when I went in, I looked up the blue torque converter because, you know, our other torque converter was black and this one's blue. So I just wanted to see like what was what. And according to Google AI, now, you know, don't hold me to this because I didn't know, so I Googled it. And this is what Google AI said. But they said that black torque converters are factory stock torque converters and blue ones. Now, I didn't give it any information. All I asked, I didn't give it Chevy, I didn't give it 350, I didn't give it any colors. All I asked is what is the significance between different colored torque converters. And it said black ones are stock factory torque converters, blue ones are aftermarket high performance torque converters, and then they said something about a silver one, but I didn't even look into a silver one because I didn't care. I don't have a silver one. I have a black one and a blue one. So, but it looks like we have an aftermarket high performance torque converter in here, so that's a good thing. Guess I should hold that off before we pressure wash it because it's all dirty under there. got most of this cleaned up. I'm gonna go in through with a wire wheel on a drill to get into some of these little nooks and crannies. And then we'll tape off a couple things and we'll go ahead and try and get it painted. So I do have a couple different cans of black. Not really exactly what I wanted to do, but we'll do the best that we can. And worst case scenario, if it looks like crap and I don't like it, then next week I'll pick up a couple more cans. We'll hit it with the scuff pad and we'll reshoot it. But I'm gonna go check and make sure Colleen's up. She told me to make sure she was up by a certain time, and that time is now. So, be right back. Okay, now we're just going in and getting all the nooks and crannies with this. I've already done the other side. Okay, so what I got here is I got probably a little bit more than a half a can of some like flat black, and then we got a can of white black or gloss black. So my plan is to get it all flat black. And then we'll see if we can get a coat of gloss black on it. Okay, well, it's all black. We'll see what it looks like next week. You know, it's just a transmission. I mean, once it goes in the car, you're never really going to see it. But I would like it to look somewhat nice. But I think, you know, without going and getting more paint, you know, I'm surprised we got it black. Colleen will be happy that we got it black. Like I said, we'll see what it looks like next week. Worst case scenario, you know, we run over everything with the scuff pad next week and we put another coat on it and we find something else to work on for next week. So, but cool. I actually did not expect to get this thing painted today. So I'm glad that we did. Fingers crossed next week we'll swap out these transmissions and hopefully our drive shaft will fit. If for some odd reason the drive shaft still doesn't fit, you know, we'll make a decision from there, but it's possible we may be putting the longer transmission back in because, you know, like I said last week when I had talked to my buddy about it, he said that transmission that's in there is a really good transmission. And I know, like, I pulled that truck in here and we pulled that motor and trans out of there. Now, I don't know how many miles are on any of it, but inside the vehicle was a dated list for the last 15 years of every oil change that was done on that vehicle. And it was done every 3,000 miles. And the last one, before I pulled the motor and trans out, was at like 93,000 miles. Now, that doesn't mean that the transmission is equal with the motor. It doesn't mean that that motor didn't have 100,000 miles on it when it was put in. I don't know the story behind that motor, but I know that there was written documentation inside that vehicle that I pulled that motor and trans out of that said 93,000 miles on it. So I'm going to, go with that motor and trans in there only has 93,000 miles on it. Which, if that's the case, and it came out of a running driving vehicle, and I was told that that vehicle was their vehicle that they traveled from Indiana to Florida back and forth every year. So it's all highway miles for the most part. So I believe that motor and trans that's in there is a good motor and trans. And 93,000 miles, that's like brand new. As long as you take care of it, trust me, we had a Saturn that we hit like 400,000 miles on it. And it still ran and drove when we junked it. So if you take care of them, they'll last. But yeah, that's it for this Monday. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, even though it was kind of a replay of what we did a couple weeks ago. But see you guys in the next one. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Have a good night. I'll see you guys next Monday. I'm out.